Hello friends, this is Pastor Artur Pawlowski. I am in Cross Iron Mall, and what is shocking about what I'm seeing here is almost 100% compliance if it comes to wearing the muzzle, the face muzzle. And it looks like people, like sheep, are being led to the slaughter, and there's no really questioning anything. There is no fighting, there's no pushback. You won't be able to enter to different stores. There is a security guarding the stores, preventing you from entering if you don't have the useless piece of cloth on your mouth. You will be escorted out, you will be attacked by security, threatened with excommunication, trespass. It's actually unbelievable. It reminds me of the times during the Adolf Hitler when everyone had to wear swastika. Do you remember? If they didn't, well, they would be subjected to persecution and prosecution. Churches were forced to have swastika outside. They were threatened, they were intimidated, and the Jews, of course, they had to wear the Star of David. If they didn't, they were shot on the spot. Well, today is no different. They are using the same tactics, unfortunately. The same tactics are being used today, and it looks like not many people are fighting, not many people are pushing this craziness. It's a total disregard to the law of the country. It's against the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, the Constitution. It's against human rights. They're forcing you to wear something that they know, the doctors know, the scientists, the biologists know that it's not working, but it doesn't matter. You gotta wear it just because they say so. I don't know what it's going to take for Canadians to rise up. Like I said, almost 100% compliance. Unless you're sitting in a restaurant or eating, you have to have the mask. And we're going to have a lunch with a friend of mine. He is just here, Kevin. I'm sure you know this man.
Hey, Pastor Artur, great to see you.
Hey, Kevin, I have been already threatened with excommunication, I call it, trespass by security for not wearing a mask.
Is that right?
What I see right now is almost 100% compliance.
Yes, I'm seeing the same thing.
It's shocking, except few people here and there. It looks like everyone is okay with this craziness without questioning, without challenging.
Correct.
The dictator's orders. So what are your thoughts?
Okay, well, my thoughts are this. First off, the exact same thing is taking place in Toronto, Mississauga, Niagara Falls, Ottawa, Hamilton, Sudbury, North Bay, Windsor, London. So Ontario is exactly the same. The only difference between Toronto and Montreal is that the police are not militantly walking around the downtown cores of the major cities in Ontario demanding that you wear masks and arresting people, whereas in Montreal they've turned the city into colored zones, blue, red, orange, whatever zone, and they actually are arresting people who are not wearing masks outside. So what I'm going to say here is in Quebec people are too afraid to not wear a mask. In Toronto, Mississauga, the average statement is that they do believe that there is this crazy pandemic, which there is not, so they'll wear a mask. But a lot of it's fear. It really is a lot of fear because Bonnie Crombie, the mayor of Mississauga, who's a member of a specific brotherhood that by law I'm not allowed to mention, she has come out and actually threatened the citizens of Mississauga, stated clearly that we will make you pay massive fines if you're not wearing a mask. And that type of thing is very stressful to the average person who doesn't understand that bylaws in the province of Ontario are merely suggestions. They apply only to those who work for the city of Mississauga and not the citizens. But try to get a city of 1 million people to understand that in the very short amount of time that I get to speak to people in public or on social media. In Alberta, it seems that people are not afraid, they're fed up. The good news is they're fed up. I was at the airport today dropping my son off, and I was talking with security staff there. None of them want to wear the mask. I've spoken to more than 100 people that own businesses downtown Calgary. They don't want to wear the mask. All they're waiting for is someone to say, take the mask off, who's in a position of supposed power. And if Naheed Nenshi was to say, take the masks off, it's over, everybody would. So people will comply because of fear. It has nothing to do with belief in a virus. This is all fear. The fear of a fine in a terrible economy will do crazy things to people's minds and decision-making processes. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, communism. China is a perfect example.
Well,
Arabic states, you're not allowed to mention it, but you know the people following Mohammed, they have the same identical tactics: fear, threats. You will be beaten, you will be persecuted, prosecuted, fined, or murdered.
well, I'll tell you that. It's all threats, and it's all the absolute promise of we will take your money from you. If you saw a video that I did about a week and a half ago, I was asked to leave a restaurant and I told, leave the restaurant, don't pay your bill. Just leave the restaurant and go now because we're so afraid of, at 10 o'clock at night, some health inspector coming into our bar specifically that we want you to go, just so that we don't get a $750 fine. What's stupid about that is that they demanded that we leave a $200 tab, just not pay it and get out. And on top of that, they're not going to get my business anymore, nor the business of the other 9 people that I was with. And then by the time we actually left the bar, there was 15 of us all prepared to spend a lot of money in there. It's cheaper for you to go to court by yourself and just demand that the ticket get thrown out. Because the strategy for the cities are that they'll cut you these tickets, but if you fight them in court, they do not show up as witnesses, and that means that it gets thrown out of court. So take the hour and a half out of your day and go get rid of the ticket. That's what you need to do. Just get rid of the ticket. You will lose what? $40 in gas and maybe a couple hours of your life in time. But why would you not do that? Why would you instead go the route of telling your customers to get out and lose thousands upon thousands of dollars implementing a mask bylaw that you are not even legally allowed to entertain or enforce? You are not allowed to enforce bylaws if you are not a bylaw officer. That is how it works. So the cities essentially now are downloading all of their liability for you enforcing mask bylaws to you, the business owner. Don't put up with it. If you're a business owner in Calgary, take the mask off, take the signs down, and tell them that they can take you to court, which if they do, you're going to win. And if they do, you call me, Kevin J. Johnston. I am Calgary Mayor-elect. All you gotta do is just cross my name on October of next year, and you're gonna see all of this mask nonsense go away. The economy is gonna go right back to where it belongs, and all of you are gonna be happy again. That's a promise.
Well, Kevin J. Johnston said his piece. I was just kicked out from Indigo with threats, security, and I know how it goes, right? Then there is a trespass, there is police, arrest, and who knows what else. And if you remember, I was the first Albertan to receive the so-called COVID ticket, $1,200, for my heinous crimes of feeding the poor during a pandemic. I mean, this is your Nazi Canada. This is your communist, socialist Canada, unless you're willing to stand up and fight and push these devils out of the office. I said that for months now. Every one of those devils out of the office, every single one that participated in this craziness, out the door. Out the door. We don't want you. We don't want to have anything to do with you, you devils. Get out of the public office, because we used to call those people public servants. But who are they serving? Not you, not me. They turn people into monkeys. I mean, literally, apes. Have you ever watched that movie, The Planet of the Apes? I mean, that's what reminds me. This whole craziness now. It's like some kind of a sick Planet of the Apes. And you know what? I really am saddened watching the little kids being forced into this, being conditioned into living in fear. I cannot play with my friends. Oh, COVID. I cannot go there. I gotta have the mask. A mask that doesn't work. A mask that doesn't protect you. A mask that is as useless as a toilet paper if you would put it on your face. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Here is my message to the politicians and the so-called doctors. They said that we need now 3 layers of the mask to be fully protected. Then they said that we should hold our breath for a while. My message to you is this: put 10 layers on your face or stop breathing at all. Get rid of this side of eternity of your crazy, evil, demonic presence, okay? And for the rest of us, let's just enjoy our time. Christmas is coming. I intend to have the biggest party I've ever done on the streets of Calgary. I will not cease to do what I do. I'll not stop congregating. I'll not stop coming. And I will not wear a stupid, useless mask that doesn't work.
Arthur, that's why I love you so much, my friend. And you're absolutely right to say everything you've said. Look, you know that I've got a book out. It's called Masks or BS, where I break down the lies of COVID-19. I break down how the human body actually destroys bacteria, phages, diseases of all types. And in reference to the mask, there's only a 2% chance that your mask is going to stop saliva or liquid leaving your face. That's been proven. Just take hairspray and a mask and spray the hairspray at the mask. It all goes through the mask. That's how it is. Now, if you take the flu virus, which is 0.07 microns in diameter, and you blow it up to 10 centimeters, the size of a grapefruit, the hole in the mask, if you blow the mask up to the same scale, is literally 22 meters wide. Now, how much do you think that type of a screening, a 22-meter wide holes, would stop if you're throwing grapefruits at that mesh? It's going to catch nothing. Take dead mosquitoes and throw them at soccer mesh where the holes are this big. That soccer mesh has a greater chance of stopping the dead mosquito than the paper mask has of stopping any flu virus from escaping or entering. It's all a lie, everybody. Take the masks off, smile, and have yourselves a great day.